With a little under a week left until the game releases, Rocksteady dropped the third and possibly last episode of their Insider series on YouTube, and I gotta say, I think this game might break the looter shooter curse. Because not only did they drop the third Insider episode, but we also got an insane roadmap for their post-launch plans. And of course, we're going to go over all of that stuff in this video today, so be sure to watch until the end, because this game is gonna be a banger. So far, I've made 2 videos on the endgame systems, mechanics, and activities for this game already, and they just keep giving us more. They have more stuff in this game for launch and more stuff planned for post-launch than pretty much any other looter shooter game that I've played. I will leave a link to the playlist of videos I've made so far in the top right hand corner, but to give you like a summary of some of the stuff we have for endgame so far, we've got squad talents, no level cap for squad levels, infamy gear sets, notorious items, villain synergies, no gear score, social squad, care packages and dailies, riddler puzzles, clans, leaderboards, incursion missions, killing time missions, mayhem missions, mastery levels, and possible PvP modes. There's a lot. But that doesn't even include the stuff that was just shown off in the Insider Episode 3. In this episode, they showed us their plans for post-launch content, seasonal content, and a great look at the character customization with skins and emotes and other stuff like that as well. And we got a sneak peek at what the first season of content will be, and we got the announcement and gameplay for the first character they're going to add with Season 1. And the first season will just be 1 month after the game drops. They already have so much content planned. The official launch is February 2nd, and the first season starts sometime in March. But the absolute best part of the seasonal content is that it is free. So all you gotta do is buy the game and you'll get a bunch of extra weapons, new themed gear sets, new playable areas, new activities, at least 1 new character, and new episodic story chunks each season for free! But now let's break down everything we saw in the third Insider episode and the info we have on the seasonal content roadmap as well. So let's start with the stuff we saw inside of the third Insider video, and then we'll go into the seasonal roadmap after that. The first tiny detail that I noticed is that briefly they showed off the leaderboard system, and at least one of the ways you'll be able to compete with your friends and globally as well. They have leaderboards for solo, duos, triple threat, and quad squads as well, but there is one more tiny detail I noticed in this scene. If you look at the top left corner and read that description, it says that finite crisis rank is an aggregate of all mastery levels from incursion missions. So I think that means if you see somebody with a finite crisis rank of like 95, that means that all of their characters added up have enough mastery levels to give them 95 finite crisis rank. But let's say that max mastery level is like tier 100, and someone got tier 100 on all 4 characters, they'd theoretically have 400 finite crisis rank. It could also possibly be another way for us just to see how good someone is at the game and see how good their builds are. Where squad levels just show how long someone has been playing the game total, it's more about just time played. The longer you play, the more XP you're going to have, of course, but the finite crisis rank would show how good each of their builds are to achieve that higher finite crisis rank, because their builds can handle those higher mastery level tiers, those higher difficulties. And then at the end it mentions how the mayhem mission is not included in that, and we still have no info on what the mayhem missions actually are besides what we discussed in my last video, which a lot of the previous info will be discussed in further detail in that video if you're interested in learning more about the endgame. But it's interesting how they don't use the plural version of it, they just say the mayhem mission. Maybe that's like a typo or a placeholder piece of text, or could this be some huge endgame activity like a raid? Let me know what you think it is in the comments down below. And they also briefly mention that the top scoring player in one mission will become the new squad leader for the next mission. So it's sort of like giving you bragging rights to choose the next mission if you're carrying your team. We also got a glimpse at some of the banners behind some of the characters for a split second. We don't know if these are like personal banners or, banners you can assign per character, or maybe even clan-wide banners, but either way, I'm honestly hyped to see what they can do for these and what you can unlock for them. I hope they give us like cool animated banners, that'd be awesome. And then, one of the other features that will be freaking hilarious for this game and that will set it apart from other looter shooters is the rival taunt system. So basically, if someone on your friends list has a high story score or whatever they're gonna call it, and you beat their score somehow, it will play a quippy, taunting animation to rub it in their face that you beat their score in that mission. This sounds hilarious, and I cannot wait for all of my friends to be flipped off by Boomerang as they log into their game because I beat their score. But we then got a super small glimpse at a clan screen. It was literally like 7.5 frames in total, but this is the screen here. You can see that they have a clan rank, a daily challenge, a weekly challenge, and you have clan rewards as well. And in the background, you can see the clan flag they have set up as well, so maybe we will get some kind of clan and personal banners or something like that. Once again though, I will be making my own clan for the community. So if you're looking for a clan on launch day, feel free to join ours. I will let you guys all know what it's called whenever the game actually comes out. And then, a big chunk of the third Insider episode was them showing off some of the cosmetics that'll be in the game as well. They showed off some of the emotes and a bunch of the skins for the characters. And while we didn't get a look at the store page in the game, they did confirm very bluntly that the in-game shop will be cosmetics only. So the only question left is how much do skins cost? Are they like Fortnite skins where they're like $20 bundles for like a backpack and, you know, some weapon skins and like a character skin? But in the comments down below, tell me what skin you'd want to see them add and how much you would pay for it. But as you can see, the skins do look pretty nice except for Boomerang. He got the short end here. King Shark sorta did too, not gonna lie. But Harley and Deadshot, oh, they got some drip. Especially this showstopper from Deadshot. Everybody was falling in love with this one on Twitter. This skin alone might be enough to make someone swap mains, I'm just saying. But okay, now let's go over the seasonal content roadmap that they dropped as well. Because surprisingly, they showed us a bit of seasons at the end of the third episode, which tells me that they are confident, and I very much respect that. So the first thing that they announced from Season 1 is the new character, and the first character we're getting in Season 1 is none other than the frickin' Joker. That's right, for all of you Harley mains out there, your pudding's coming soon. Apparently he's an alternate universe Joker who's a bit younger and inexperienced, so you can definitely teach him a thing or two if you know what I'm saying. I mean, wait, what? This Joker is from a different timeline where he hadn't really reached supervillain status yet before Brainiac invaded, so he's sort of young and reckless Joker. His main melee weapon of choice is a chain whip with a boxing glove at the end of it, and his traversal method was a rocket-propelled umbrella, which looks so fun. We also saw him using what looked to be a giant firework TNT explosion ultimate thing that launched him into the sky. It honestly just looks crazy fun, and I'll definitely have to try him out whenever he launches and make some build guides for him for all of you guys out there as well. So be sure to subscribe if you guys want to see some build guides for different classes in the game as well. I would definitely pay $10 for a Batman Who Laughs skin for the Joker. Absolutely, I am unabashed about that. That would be, as the kids say, a fire skin. But along with the new character, each season will introduce a new playable area to explore as well. And the theme of each area seems to be designed around the playable character they will be adding in that season. Or at least Season 1 is. The new playable area is themed after the Joker in Season 1 and looks so dang cool. I cannot wait to see how big and expansive and fun to explore these new areas are in each season. But they also showed us that we can expect new activities plus strongholds, whatever the heck those are. Could these be raid-like activities? Or are they dungeons or strikes, kind of that repeatable activity that we were expecting to have in the game? I truly hope we get a long, hard mission. That would be super fun. Long and hard missions are always more fun than short and soft, I mean easy missions. And we are apparently getting some new bosses plus different enemy variants as well. And the pictures they show here are Brainiac, Corrupted Green Lantern, and Superman as well. I really hope that new enemy variants and new bosses are like new boss fights and not just reusing the same mechanics from other bosses. Or like what Borderlands and Destiny do sometimes, where they just take a regular enemy and scale it up 3 times normal size and slap a health bar on your screen. I am very curious to see what the bosses are going to be like in the end game for this game as well. Like, are they going to be like Borderlands where they're repeatable and farmable? That'd be super cool. And then we also got a preview of some of the new weapons that we'll be getting in Season 1 as well. So they say that we will be getting new DC villain-themed weapons and gear, which sounds amazing. But there are 3 examples they show us that look so freaking cool. The first one is we see a two-face minigun with green flames and a hot barrel. Super hot. Then we see a Scarecrow assault rifle. That's right, if you wanted a Scarecrow fear toxin weapon, you will more than likely get what you want. That's going to be just insanely cool. But then the third weapon they show is a huge cleaver-looking melee weapon that is themed for Mad Hatter. So could we possibly see a melee weapon that has mind control powers? That just sounds so cool. I cannot wait to see how that one works. Plus, they do say there's more to come as well, so we will probably get like more notorious weapons, as well as they will swap out the Bane Infamy set for whatever villain is next. But in addition to all of that, they also mentioned that each season will come out with 2 chunks of episodic story. The first 2 episodes they have shown off here are Two-Face and Scarecrow on the artwork, so they could possibly make a return. Maybe with these DLCs, we'll have to see. But that is the best thing about this game being set in the Arkhamverse, is that they can just pull characters back in. And we don't know how long they're going to be though, but the greatest thing about the episodes is they don't expire, like ever. So you can come back 6 months later and just spam all the episodes that you missed, and it's gonna be awesome. So they're already doing better than Destiny does, because they won't vault your content that you paid for just because it's old. And assuming the game follows like a normal season cycle for games, which is about 3 months per season, each episode might take about 6-ish weeks for them to actually release them, unless they decide to drop both of the episodes as soon as the season goes live, but I kind of doubt they'll do that. I don't think so. But now, what about the future of the game after Season 1 though? I'm sure a lot of you were curious about the far future of the game as well, to see if it has plans or see if it's going to hold up. Well, they gave us a little tease of Seasons 2 through 4 from the 3rd Insider episode as well, but the roadmap gives us a plan for the future seasons. So according to the roadmap, each season will give us at least one new playable character each, new villain-themed gear sets like the Bane gear set from Season 0, and the new weapons they showed off from Two-Face, Scarecrow, and Mad Hatter, new activities, mid-season updates, and a new playable area with a brand new theme, just like they did with Season 1 and the new Joker area. And of course, they say there's more to come as well. Season 2's playable area has a cool ice theme, which everyone has a different theory about who's going to be the character from there. I think Mr. Freeze, but some people say Killer Frost or Captain Cold. Season 3 is themed after frickin' Arkham Knight's Gotham, it looks like. You can see the GCPD there in the image as well, and it's all torn apart and destroyed. So we will have to see what kind of alternate timeline this is from and who the area could be themed for. Could it be some alternate timeline Batman? That would be awesome. And then all we have for Season 4 is this third image here, which is extremely interesting. I could see a lot of people theorizing about this one here. All we know is that it looks super old, kind of rustic with sconces on the walls. There's a statue of Superman in the middle, and what looks to be a Batman banner or some kind of Batman shield on the bottom right corner, and a castle in the background as well. So it looks like an old-timey version of Metropolis, and maybe it's an olden day version of the Justice League or something like that. What do you think this one is? I honestly have no idea. And like we said earlier, if we assume that this game follows a normal season rotation, then each season will be about 3 months long, so that means that we could be seeing Season 4 around November-ish, depending on when they start Season 1. And that gives us a great insight into how far in the future they are planning for this game. They're actually thinking almost a year in advance. They might actually be already planning for next year's content since, I mean, they have Warner Brothers money. So that's pretty much everything they showed off in the Insider Episode 3 and with that seasonal content roadmap as well. So you are fully caught up. If there's anything that I did miss, let me know in the comments down below though, as always. But with a little under a week left until the game actually launches for early access, how hyped are you guys? I am super freaking hyped. I cannot wait. I'll be streaming the game over on Twitch, maybe even on the YouTube side if you guys want that too. I'll be making build guides for the game. I'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff, so be sure to subscribe if you guys don't want to miss that. But what characters will you be playing first? What's your first choice? And what are your thoughts on the new Joker and Season 4's location? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's get a good discussion going. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out and like the video if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Later, nerds!